So you open this, and you open that, and this sort of flops out of the way. Then a hex key, there's some knobs in here, and if this is really tight, you'll want to loosen that, the first little bit, and then keep spinning until it's loose. Then you pull this out and just disconnect that cord. And now this is the laser lens assembly. So that's the lens in there. And this is the bottom of it. This, if the air assist is firing all the time, this ought to be good. It keeps dust from getting into there, and that looks really clean. It's not completely clean. You can see a little bit of smuts on there, a little bit of stuff baked on. And so I'm going to use a Q-tip to clean that out. And then I'll put this back together, reassemble, and put it back on. Go until they come out clean. So I'm just cleaning it like this. And then put another drop or two in there. And then grab another one. I'm just going to keep going until they come out clean. Sort of like ears. The laser tube itself, like where the laser originates, is down in this back section of the laser box. This is a guarded tube so that nothing can get in here, but the laser light is coming up through there so you can see it. And then this is the first mirror. So here, the first mirror we can get to. There's a mirror back here that bounces the light this way over to here. And then this mirror directs it into the laser cavity so that you can actually do things with it. There's lots of pieces in here to look at. Like this is one of the stepper motors that drives the carriage front and back. This is one of the two Y-axis motors. This is its belt. The belt should have a fair amount of tension. It definitely vibrates. These are the ways or the rail that the carriage rides on. And so you can check to see that those are clean. These guards help keep it very clean, so that's really good. If you ever need to adjust the settings for the laser or try and get that red dot centered, like you can see it coming through this. This is just a guard, like a guard to keep smoke out. There's an adjustment knob on the back of each of these mirrors. Oh. They are pretty easy to adjust, but they're really finicky, and so like it can be a tedious process to get it right. So take your time and don't rush. But
how do you know which one to start with, since they both have adjustments?
I don't know. Off the top of my head, I would just play around with them until it makes sense. But know that like you can get it way out of whack if you just start going willy-nilly wailing on these things.
So where are the adjustment knobs?
They're on here, this one you can sort of see. This knob will let it come loose, and then these three screws here are what actually let me sort of adjust the angle of that mirror. So this will let me loosen the system so that I can play with it more freely, and then if I went through and adjusted each of these, I can sort of tilt. If that goes in, it sort of tips the whole mirror that way a bit.
Got it.
And if I come out, it lets it come back a bit. So playing with those three lets me really adjust what's happening.